Hello. So I am going to be delineating this chart for a friend anonymously. We're going to get into their astrology and human design, and then yeah, we'll see where it goes. Typically, when people book with me, I give them an hour, and if they're booking a video call with me, I provide a document, or if they're on a recording, I'll just send them a recording. That's an hour long. So we're going to stick to 1 hour of delineating this chart. So um, first, I want to go into what I have written down on the actual astrology chart, and then we'll observe the human design chart. So first of all, this is a diurnal chart, meaning that the sun is above the ascendant and descendant lines, which mark the horizon. Um, So basically, everything above this is daytime, and everything below is in the nighttime, or you know, IC is midnight point. MC is basically the sun's light, or the light that shines on the crown. Um, so we're going to look at the technical information here. Again, these are archetypes, so the way that this resonates with you is going to be different than the way that it resonates with the person that I'm actually reading this for. So if you have similar placements, just please remember that everyone is different. So you may have similar placements, but all of you is different than everyone else. Okay, so Sun in 22 degrees Aquarius, making a conjunction with Mercury. Conjunctions are basically these two energies that are blending together, but they can also be struggling with who's going first. So in this instance, the sun is separating from Mercury, and Mercury is going retrograde, so it's pulling back. At least from the perspective of Earth. But if we were looking at this from an astronomical view, it would look like the sun is racing ahead of Mercury, but that's just from our view from Earth because we're also moving. So we're passing up Mercury as it's going retrograde uh, in its orbit around the sun. So Mercury retrograde in a chart. Um, I just read about this. This is related to Thoth. Mercury is related to Thoth or Tahuti in Kemetic mythology or Egyptian mythology or Greek or Roman mythology. So we have Mercury, Hermes, Thoth, Tahuti. Um, Mercury has this neutral almost nature, and not just in this chart, like as a whole. They can be auspicious or they can be uh, more of a reminder to connect to intuition. So, in this sense, I would say that because it's retrograde, it's reminding this person in the eighth house, too. It's reminding this person that they need to rely on their intuition to communicate or formulate ideas and concepts and conversations, business transactions, business to business transactions. All of that needs to be given time to think over, especially because it's in the eighth house. So things that we don't talk about. This person may be very strategic with how they communicate what it is that is going on inside of their mind, especially regarding things that are very high priority. I was going to say detrimental, but I'm going to say high priority because that's what comes to mind. Um, this. So we have Mercury trine Chiron, which is telling me that there's a flow of healing energy that needs to be uh, given attention to. This could be needing healing, but it also could be providing healing. And in this person's chart, with this Chiron in the 12th house, which is endings or confinement, um, I would I would say that this person is someone that people lean on when they experience death, when they experience grief. They're leaning on this person because they know that this person also has experience with grief, experience with death, experience with losing people, experiences with things that are ending, including divorces and relationships. Doesn't necessarily mean that this person is going through that right now, but they have experienced that in the course of their life from this, snapshot of when they were born. Um, Basically, there's easier flow for them around grief and communicating that through the personality. So, when people come to this person and express their grief, instead of getting the cookie cutter, I'm so sorry for your loss, or, if you need anything, let us know. Um, this person wants to talk about it. They want to uh, ease the pressure. They want to basically experience this grief with this person and not necessarily coddle them, because Aquarius tends to be uh, wanting to experience the human emotion, but not wanting to sit there and, hold every single person. It's kind of like keeping them at a distance, but enough to show that they care and that they want to sit with this person who's coming to them for grief, um, not counseling, grief, like expressing their grief. They want someone to sit with them in the dark, and this person is like, "Yeah, I'll sit here. I'll let you cry. I'll let you scream, and just I care." So we have this flow of energy. This is also sextile Mars and the sixth house. So um, I feel that this person like offering this type of relationship to someone is very driven for them. Like they feel a certain type of way when they're helping people. It helps move them forward. It gives them this feeling of, I can help this person, and now they are, they feel more level-headed. They feel like they're getting over this grief. They feel uh, like they're back to themselves, and all I did was provide space for them to just be themselves. I feel like that really pushes this person forward. So we're going to come back to the sun placement. Basically, everything that is aspecting the sun is going to show up in the personality, whereas Mercury aspects are going to come through communication, thinking styles, um, even how this person uses technology. So perhaps they're that person that's going to be texting tons of people and basically becoming this wayward shoulder to lean on in our electronic age. So that could even be provided for people that they don't know. So back to the sun placement, we're going to go through the essential dignities of the sun. So sun in Aquarius at 22 degrees is going to be bound to Mars, which makes, with what we just talked about with Mercury being sextile Mars, the sun is also sextile Mars. So people are going to notice when this person is helping others. They're going to see that it's, creating this sense of duty, but also a sense of calmness, because they know that one less person is in pain or one less person is struggling. And that's kind of where the humanitarianism of Aquarius comes through. Aquarius is this masculine fixed air sign. And, that emotion, it's not necessarily expressed openly, but it's expressed in a way that's like, okay, I'm human, I hurt, I have pain, and I see that in you. And we're gonna share this moment of you being in pain, and I'm going to provide the free thinking space for you to do that. So it's very beautiful. Now, with this specific placement, um, the sun and Mercury are basically expressing themselves as the moon. So I'm gonna find the moon over here. Oops, sorry. We're gonna find the moon. Because that's what I want to look at. Oh, I remember how to use this. So we have the moon over here. It's not aspecting, but in the decans, this is bound to the moon placement. So moon in Sagittarius, very masculine, fiery, uh, cardinal. I'll have to check. Forgive me. This is why cold readings are very like for me, I'm like, I need my documentation because I want to make sure I have everything right. But doing the cold reading, whatever comes through because it's a lot more channeling. So Moon in Sagittarius, sixth house. On the opposite side of this Mars placement, this drive to hold the light in darkness. I think of this person basically being the light in the darkness for others. It is also giving me this sense of having external emotions that are calm while the internal emotions are out there. It's exploring the depth, exploring the deep, dark thoughts, and not only the thoughts of their own inner self, but other people too. So they're more than likely going to be really relatable because they experience different aspects of other people's lives. Now I need to know where would I look? Okay, we're gonna look over here. References, mutable. Damn it. Okay, well, mutable. Um, we'll edit that out maybe. Who knows? I might leave it in. Uh, so Sagittarius as a mutable sign is going to be um handing off the energy. I shouldn't know. Handing off the energy to the next sign. So here we have the drive, the emotions inside, the water inside the body that is being compelled to move by the moon. And then we have Mars, who also rules over water. Um, so we have these two planets that are moving the inner self. And then we have Saturn, who governs long term things, time itself. So this is all pushing into Capricorn, where things are getting done, things are being concretized. With these outer planets here, it's more of ideas, thoughts, dreams, perceptions being concretized in this world. Also, this person glorifies or they feel admiration for people that can really stick it to, other people. Like, this is how it is. This is what I feel. And that's all you need to know. This person likes that. So they may express themselves that way too. If someone's bold, this person's going to like gravitate towards them and may even start to absorb those qualities or express those qualities because the other person that has, sun sign placements, moon placements, rising placements in Capricorn, they're going to relate to that person so much that they're going to feel comfortable enough to express that themselves. Uh, we're going to go back to the sun over here because I can get lost in these. Um, so because this is a day chart, diurnal chart, masculine chart, the Saturn placement, oops, the Saturn placement is ruling over this Sun placement and Mercury through triplicity, through the elements, through the mode of energy. So Saturn here at the 29th degree, it's very critical. It's very, experiencing transformation, experiencing, again, a lot of death. Also with Chiron over here, 12th house. Just looking at what it's touching. So that's also, there's a lot of experience with saving energy and learning how to save energy, learning how to be disciplined, and ultimately learning how to avoid confrontation with certain types of people or even situations. The other thing here is that the Sun in Aquarius is in its detriment. So it's opposite where its home is, which is in Leo. So this is the furthest point away from home for the Sun. This person may even feel that. They may feel that home was a feeling that they experienced a long time ago, and they haven't felt that for a while. So creating a home, creating a foundation, creating a family is going to be even more desired by this person. And that's going to be a main focal point of their lives. Let's see. So we're going to look over here at this moon placement and everything in this house. So moon 3 degrees Sagittarius. Referencing, sorry. Okay, so this moon is bound to Jupiter in Aries. There's no aspects to it, but it still is within this degree that is influenced and has an agreement or a contract with Jupiter. Jupiter in Aries is giving me laughter. This person may even have a dark sense of humor because of how much death they experience, how much grief they experience. Coping with that has become humor. I would also say that this person has a jovial laughter. So it's contagious. If they're laughing, other people are laughing with them, or they're wanting to know what's funny. So I think this person also has this intelligence that can come off as sarcasm, but also to the people that understand that humor, it's even more funny because when encountering people that don't understand sarcasm, they could become the center of the joke. So Moon and Sagittarius bound to Jupiter. We also have, let's say 3 degrees, the face of Mercury. So the moon is influenced or acting like Mercury in the 20th degree of Aquarius, retreating inward, relying on intuition to create a stimulus, to create a movement, to compel them to take action. And of course, that action coming through Mars, 22 degrees Sagittarius. So that is bound to Saturn, timing, knowing when it's right to make movement, knowing when it's right to create actions, especially because Mars is applying energy to Saturn. It's pressuring Saturn. So Saturn could easily just, kind of do a backslap to Mars. Get off my back is what I'm getting. But it's also like, knowing that when the time is right, they can really create an impact on someone's life and transformation and transforming their low energy, negative energy to something more neutral or positive. Let's see. Where were we? Okay, so Moon in Sagittarius. Diurnal chart is ruled by the sun. So the fire signs in this chart are all ruled by the masculine fire of this sun placement. So together they're creating light, they're creating intuition, they're creating ideas, they're creating insights together. And then we have the co-ruler Saturn. So Saturn is more playing in the background, following the sun's lead, and saying, okay, this is what you need to do to really put effort into something that Saturn wants to teach over a long period of time. Also, we have this understanding that Jupiter and Saturn don't necessarily get along all the time. So Jupiter may be a little more arrogant in how it expresses itself, where Saturn is making sure that Jupiter's doing things right. So it will come through and put a lesson. It will release the Titans if necessary, if Jupiter gets carried away. Also, we have this trine to Saturn and Jupiter. So they're in a good relationship as far as the native or the owner of this chart uh, learning how to work with both energies, working with being playful, being fun, being celebratory, but also being dedicated and serious about what they want in their life, especially for those things that drive them, that create a sense of purpose in them. Um, then we have Saturn square Venus. So there are challenges and values. Perhaps when this person is feeling goofy, when they're feeling like they're having fun, it could then remind them of Saturn that's like, wait, you got these values. Don't forget, you have these, things that you need to take care of. You have material things that you need to take care of. You have romantic things, beautiful things, material things that need to be taken care of first before you celebrate too much. um, I would also say that Saturn is this control or boundary that can't be crossed. So this person may experience cycles of, I wouldn't say addiction, but um, maybe like alcohol or, smoking cannabis. They may have realized what their limit is, which could possibly could possibly be no limit at all. But then establishing their own limits so that they don't get carried away, especially when it comes to financing that. Um, so this is also in getting that this person is constantly, creating the foundation for themselves and their family. In Aries, I would say that this is about creating new passion, creating new places to create, whether that's creating life within themselves or creating beauty in the world. There's this strong desire to make things beautiful, especially if they're um, not beautiful, not aesthetically pleasing. How about that? This Venus placement, 2 degrees Aries, we're going to look at this. So bound to Jupiter, of course, they're in the same place. Exalted. No, sorry, looking at the wrong spot. Detriment. Complete opposite. Um, so typically, uh, Yeah. So it's far from home here also because its home is over here in Libra. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. So it's feeling like it's longing for something. But at the same time, Jupiter and Venus don't necessarily get along. So it's like staying behind just to be under the disguise or to be out of focus just enough to not be noticed by Jupiter, and to not really let Jupiter know that they're here. It's more like I'm watching you from a distance and making sure that my things are taken care of. Yeah, there's more about this archetypal relationship that can get. Uh, we can go into more interpretation of that in another time. So the other thing I want to look at is we did these. So I want to go over here to the rising sign. So ascendant line, rising sign. This is how you show up in the world. This is things that make up who you are, especially in a physical aspect or an outwardly aspect, something outside of you. This could even be tattoos. So Pisces is Cancer. Look at me. Cancer is over here uh, creating this depth. And also, it's very nurturing, motherly. I would say that this person has a draw to motherly goddesses, especially like Hecate, Mother Maiden Crone. Like this person is going to have a lot of influence by that. And Cancer is ruled by the moon, so this person's also going to love the moon. They'll have this fascination with it. This is also trying Pluto in Scorpio. So this person could have their Pluto and Scorpio manifesting in the physical body. So eyes come to mind. People with Pluto Scorpio tend to have this depth in the way that they look, especially in the eyes. Like I feel like that would go into having ocean eyes. Thanks, Billie Eilish. And then there's desires that manifest or pleasurable energies that manifest flow that create even emotional flow. So crying, this person may cry a lot, but they may not express that openly. Um, and they could get more pissed off than emotional. Like there's a range of I'm emotional and crying to now I'm emotional and mama bear is coming out. That's what I'm getting from this. We also have this opposition to Neptune in Capricorn. So Neptune being the sign that uh, it gets work done so that it can retreat. And then we have Neptune here that is saying, okay, well, uh, I'm going to work the mind. I'm going to work this person spiritually. They may feel exhausted sometimes when they wake up, or they may not even get sleep. So, that is also something that's creating this challenge. So this person could seem tired all the time. And outwardly so, people would be like, dang, you look tired. And it's like, what the hell? I just woke up after like sleeping for a few hours. Like, thanks for thanks for telling me I look like shit. Sorry, YouTube. Um, yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. And anything in the first house is the self, it's the aura and our body, our home. So that in Cancer is it's going to be very illuminated. This person has glowing skin. um, I would also say that this person has a very divine feminine shape to their body. Like if we look at ancient relics that represent the divine feminine, it's curvy. This person has curves. Um, I want to look at the Chiron next in relationship to Jupiter. So right away, Chiron in retrograde in Gemini, this person is introspective about where they feel pain. They go inward where they feel pain. They rely on intuition where they feel pain. And uh, sextile Jupiter, they are meant to heal other people. So that doesn't mean that they have to, but they have a knack, they have a skill for it. And I would say that if this person were to pick up like energy healing as a modality, they could probably do a lot more for someone than if they were just being an emotional support person for their family and friends. Um, let's see. Oh, let's go into the human design chart because there's so much here that I could spiel on, but I want to get into human design and not go over time. So human design, here's their chart. It's anonymous. Um, Basically, in human design, we cast two charts and then put them together with a body graph in the center. And we're gonna go over a few different. Sorry, I got no, not nose hairs, mustache hairs tickling my nose. Um, so this person is a pure generator, which means that they have a defined sacral center, and that defined sacral is also their authority center. It's what commands the brain. Excuse me, channeling. Channel verbs, which I hear is very common with masculine channelers. Um, okay, so basically, this whole side over here is the natal chart. But then this side over here is another chart. I'm so sorry. Is another chart that is cast 88 degrees in separation from this sun placement. Basically, it's when this person's brain started developing when they were in the womb. So we also say that's when the subconscious began, materializing. And when we talk about that, it's in human design terms, it's the design crystal pulling all this aura together as this human being is growing. So 4-6 opportunistic role model. I'm so sorry for the background noise, by the way. Uh, I recorded this in the morning thinking that there would be no background noise, but there is. So we'll deal with it. Opportunistic role model. This person will take the opportunity to relate to their life when they're in conversation with others. But it's like learning about themselves and then storing that information. And then when they're in conversation with someone that they trust, they'll start to share, a little bit about how they can relate to a situation. This person doesn't necessarily go out and meet strangers. They're going to meet people through acquaintances, through their friends, through their family members. And then they're going to kind of like take that person now, like, oh, you're so-and-so's friend? Well, you're my friend now. So it's very friendly. And if someone wanted to get to know this person, they would have to be introduced to them by someone they trust. Next, the role model. They are a chameleon in the first stages of their life. So, like 1 through 30 years of age, they're going to keep adapting and keep trying new things, trying new ways to deal with life and ways to approach it. When they're between 30 and 50, they're going to retreat and really reflect like what parts of this experiment, what parts of my life are me? What do I want to keep? What do I see as myself in myself? And this person has a very strong awareness of who they are. So, really defining that between 30 and 50. After 50, this person is going to become sought after for the wisdom and knowledge that they carried throughout their life. Not only are they going to be sharing what they know, but they're going to be sharing what they experienced, including the failures, including what didn't work for them. And people are going to want that. So next, we're going into the triple split definition. This person has three areas in their body that their aura is generating from. So we have the third eye and throat center generating this section of the aura. Then we have all of this right here. So spleen, root, sacral, liver, G center, self-identity center, ego or heart center. And then we have this emotional solar plexus. Even though it's open, it's creating another section of the aura that it's going to not be influenced as much by other people, even though the center is going to be. These characteristics are going to really ground this person emotionally. 49 is my favorite gate because it's the rebel. When this person feels emotions, they tend to bottle up and then they need a release. This person knows that because it's on the personality side. They're aware of it. So they know that when there's just too much emotions, they need a way to express it that's loud, that's bold. And the people that know this person know that once they have that, everything will go back to normal. I would also say this person is empathic. So they, because they have this open solar plexus center, they feel the emotions that people bring to them. They feel the emotions of the transits, of the astrological weather, and then it's amplified. So it could be like, I don't know why I feel this, but I do. And in the beginning stages of life, it may be confusing. It's like, is this really my energy? And then when they mature, they realize, oh, I'm just feeling what's around me. I'm feeling the environment. I'm feeling the emotions of other people. I may not understand it right away, but I know something's going on. Um, this person doesn't mind adrenaline pressure. I would say they work very well under pressure, and they like to be in groups. They like to be in the crowd. They like to experience what it's like to be, a singular person in this vast group of different people and feeling what it's like to move around in that and know that they are solid, knowing that they are self-contained. And then with this triple split aura, this person needs to experience different people, experience different auras throughout the day, or they feel trapped. So if this person has, say, other auras around them constantly, they need to be able to experience what it's like to escape, especially if that means going to the store, going to the grocery store, going to the mall, going to somewhere where other people are interacting and walking around, and they're going to find joy in that because it gives them a break from what they've been around, especially if they have kids. I would say that mommy needs a break. And mommy needs to take a break by going window shopping or doing activities with other adults, um, to be mentally well, or energetically well. And if this triple split aura is trapped by other auras for too long, they're going to run away. So it's better that they uh, make time to interact with other auras, or it's going to be made for them when they decide to run away from what they're stuck with or what they've been stuck with. Let's see. Inner authority, sacral. So generators, they're going to feel the drive in their sacral center, that they have the energy to do something. The sacral gives permission to expel energy towards an activity. um, it's also important to ask this person yes or no questions. Asking them open-ended questions is probably going to cause the mind to kick in. And uh, again, this person needs to think about things. They need to receive intuitive guidance about things in the subconscious. Meanwhile, this open crown will come up with a million different things. So if we ask this person, what do you want to eat tomorrow? They're going to start thinking of everything that they want to eat and everything they don't want to eat. But if we ask this person, do you want to eat pizza tomorrow? You're going to get a yes or no from the sacral. The sacral is going to know this is what I want for nutrition and this is what I don't want. So, notes for this person's significant other, if if they need help communicating or processing energy, ask them yes or no questions and get their sacral to realign itself and to know what it wants and what it doesn't want. um, Another part of this is uh, relying on the sacral center within the self. So I have a defined sacral. I'm a pure generator. And if someone's calling me, I will literally ask my sacral, I'll put my hand on my belly button and say, should I answer this? And it'll give me a response. And it won't be in thoughts. It'll be knowing, yeah, I need to answer this phone call, or no, I'm not answering this phone call. So you can do that with everything. If someone asks you to do something, or if you can help them, ask your sacral first. Okay, we'll get into this another time. Satisfaction, frustration. When this person gets a lot of stuff done in their day, in their tasks, they'll feel tired. Whereas if they don't get a lot done in their day, they're going to feel like they're missing out on something, or they're going to be waiting to feel tired and wondering, why am I not tired? Why am I awake? Um, and then that can lead to frustration. I would also say that when this person feels satisfaction, they need to be recognized for it by people around them. They need to know that they're doing a good job. And if not, that can lead to frustration also. And then I would also say that if this person is in a state of satisfaction, they need to relish in that moment and not rush into the next thing. So I typically tell my clients, if possible, to give yourself a day or a night to sleep on it before starting something new, or even give yourself a few days. If you're celebrating something big, take some time off and then start working on whatever it is. If you don't have the ability to do that, reward yourself so that your mind knows you got a reward for doing something, for completing an accomplishment, and you get that moment of satisfaction, and now you can move on. Because if you're just constantly working away, it's going to feel like there's just no reward. There's nothing that's coming back. So that's also why this person needs that recognition from outside sources. They need to know that they met a milestone. Otherwise, they're just going to continue working and feeling like, man, is it ever going to be over? Am I ever going to be seen for the amount of work that I do? Let's go into another chart. So this is the mandala. Basically, we have the personality side in black, the natal chart in black, and then we have the design side in red. So we can look at this through the planetary perspective. So we have design sun, 43, hexagram 43, gate 43. Their unconscious is Scorpio. So this person uh, to other people may seem like a Scorpio in their personality. And then we have the earth subconsciously in Taurus. So the way to harness this Scorpio energy is through Taurus. So this person can learn a lot from uh, really going for, I would say, taking care of themselves first. They may not be like that in their outward life, but they could really gain a lot from saying this is mine and no, it's no one else's. So there are things that are going to be very sacred to this person, and they need to remain that way so that they can have this inner attunement to themselves. Oh, let's go to Sun in Aquarius, gate 49, the rebel, creating revolution that's necessary, and then creating something new after that initial shock is gone. Harnessing this energy, and Mercury too, harnessing this energy in Leo in the heart, through pain of the heart. So having this earth placement in Leo is going to direct this rebellion energy. There's going to be a purpose that something is uh, something to do with humanity, something to do with helping others, but especially with ruling over other people, being the protector of other people. That's going to direct this energy in a really good way. I know when we hear rebellion, it's kind of like, oh, this anarchist, they're just, you know, being their chaotic self and chaotic in a negative perspective. But if we really think about how this connection is working, um, this is a rebel with a cause. This anarchist is being an anarchist for a good cause, and has a lot to do with women also, and fighting the patriarchy, fighting against the norm, and really cultivating a safe place for women to express themselves. I would also say that I was getting at something with Leo. Oh, the anarchist. Oh, chaotic good comes to mind from Dungeons and Dragons. This person may, bend the rules or break the law in order to help others, in order to, uh, you know, provide a little nurturing to people that are in need. Like they're willing to bend over backwards for someone, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be taking their clothes off of their own back. They're going to go, find something for the other person, whether it means that they're taking it, or if they are borrowing it or seeing, this, okay, well, I'm doing this good deed with this, so I'm going to risk myself and give to this person, give to someone else. Um, let's see. I think I'm going to go over here because we're coming up about 10 minutes. So next, we'll touch determination and brain. So these are the variable arrows. This person's brain is very focused. It analyzes numbers, it analyzes letters, it analyzes symbols, and it focuses on them. So determination, or the sixth color, is more evolved. I would say that even though this person has a strong focus on things, um, they're going to experience more by focusing on something that other people will. So they're going to discover things over time about what they're working on, what they're looking at, what they're experiencing. And then with the second tone, this person, so through determination, we can figure out optimal digestion, meaning what is nutritious to the brain, or what can extract nutrition so that the brain is getting the most out of what is being put in the body. So this person may get more nutrition when the sun is out. So eating next to a window, eating outside in the daylight, or just eating when there's light is going to be very beneficial. If they sleep on a stomach that has food in it, they may feel lethargic. They may feel insomnia, or even have acid reflux when they're trying to sleep, and it's going to keep them up. So I would just suggest not eating after sunset. And if you're going to eat, um, having something that isn't going to cause that acid reflux, or isn't going to cause gas, or, like eating a food that is neutral, like a salad or tea, or, eating crackers, or eating something that isn't going to cause any type of inflammation or disagreements with the digestive system. Next, personality is also focused. This person knows how to focus their attention on things that they want. And it's in the same class of color of being more evolved, more in tune, and then third tone. So I would also say that um, they're looking for what strategy is going to be really fulfilling for their survival, and then the mind is aware of it. It's like learning the strategy through intuition and subconscious, and then once they find it, then they know what their plan of action is. Let's see. I think we're going to stop here. I know there's a lot of other stuff on here. We'll just go over uh, really quick, simple energetics. So anything that's white on this chart is open or undefined, meaning that it's potentially going to interact with other people's auras or astrological transits. This is where you feel the universe. Anything that's colored in is defined, or it's consistently available. So these are the parts of this person that are always a part of this person, that's always there. And then all the white is how they experience life, or experience other people in their lives. They also create conversation. They may talk over people, and people may repeat what they say in other conversations. This person really sets the tone. And a lot of their communication is inspired through their intuition and the third eye. And they may not realize it at first because it's subconscious. I think we're going to stop there for now because I'm getting a little tired. So thank you for sticking around, and thank you to my friend for allowing me to delineate your astrology and human design briefly here on YouTube. And I love you so much. I hope that you text me privately and let me know what you think of this reading. And to everyone else on YouTube, drop a comment and let me know what you thought of this delineation. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can head over to my website, which is www.ascendant, ascendant.com. I'll put a link in the description of this video. If you're interested in learning how to, read charts, or read astrology or human design charts, I am offering courses And we have a course on March 6th, which is titled Your Big Three. So I'm going to go into the elements, the modes, the 12 zodiac signs, the sun sign, the moon sign, and the ascendant or the rising sign. And that way, the students that take this course, they'll have the ability to read their own big three and to be able to delineate other people's big threes also. So that comes in handy. Sorry again, mustache inch. Um, People that take this course, they can use this information to read charts. They can use it to just have a conversation with other people, or they can use it to make memes or write stories. I just used astrology to choose my uh, D&D character, to choose their backstory and to lean on what it is that they express. So it's my first time playing D&D, so I was like, I'm going to use astrology and, basically flesh out my character. Um, but you could do the same thing if you take this course. And yeah, so I'll leave a link for that too. I do have connection and composite charts for couples at a 50% discount until the end of February. So if you want to have your human design chart read between you and your significant other, we can put your charts side by side, and I'll basically just go through and explain, like, this person is good at this person is good at this, and this is where this person is going to uh, have more energy. They're going to attract even the other person. And then really looking at how the combined aura interacts too. So those are 50% off until the end of February. I'll leave the discount code in my description of this video also. Um, Again, thank you for trusting me and reading your chart. This is archetypal divination. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And yeah, take care.